Hello all. Okay, we're going to do a little job on the CRV today. This CRV we're going to do a few videos on actually. It's affectionately my shitbox, which, as you know, is not an insult. 166,000 miles, and well, we're just sort of keeping it running, because that's what we do, we keep them running. So today what we're going to do is modernise it a little bit, and we're going to put a reverse camera on. Well, I think what we're going to do is there's very few places to mount it here actually. I think we're going to put it right in below the number plate, just about here-ish, because number plate lights and stuff here, I can get the power, and hopefully that means we can run the wires through to the front. Here it is. Here's a little thing, little camera. Fit sort of under there, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Let me just show you what we got. Already fitted a modernish 2-din stereo. It wasn't expensive. Alpha's cheapest, I think. Might upgrade it at some point, but it can do a reverse camera, so that's what we're going to do. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and enjoy this video. Okay, so here's our camera that we've got from China, arrived in this box. We have obviously the actual camera here, which we're going to fit. There's this little washer and nut that we'll attach on here, secure it on the outside where we want it. A sort of little wiring harness. We'll take you through that as we go. It's actually quite simple. What's not simple are these instructions, and they literally make no sense. It is no complication to this thing. So then we've got some tools that we're going to use. So I'd advise getting one of these if you're doing any work with your interior and actually exterior panels where you don't want to damage them. So it's a plastic tool set for trim removal. So we'll be using a bit of that. We won't use much of it, but yeah, we'll be using that somewhere. And then all we need really for the job is a Phillips screwdriver. We've got a nice snazzy wire stripper crimper here. Just want to have the electrical terminals done properly, and then a one torch that will help us see. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so I want to get the camera, I think roughly here, and we've got here these number plate lights. We know we've got wire in there. This is a plastic bumper. That should mean that if we get this trim off here, we should be able to find a way of getting our wires through. I think we're going to go that way. We could go this way. What we do need to do is get a live feed off of a reverse light, because that's going to tell it when the camera's on, which will make it switch on the front. So once we've routed the wires round, if we came this way for instance, would be finding a way of getting in all this trim, or under the trim rather. Same here, and so we can get in behind the dash and get a wire up here to the stereo. Put the stereo in so I know I can get wire up there. And what I think we're going to do first is do a little bit of a test just at the front here with the camera. Let's just make sure it comes on, and we see the screen and all that. So let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So Honda CRV, not very difficult here to lift this stereo out. It's difficult to get this new DIN one to fit, but maybe we'll do a video about that at some point. It's tricky, but we did it. So we're just going to take apart all there are. There's 2 screws under here. All you do here is just kind of lifts out like this, and we can get to our stereo. And then what we'll do is a couple of screws here. There would have been 4 normally. That is a factor of making this thing fit. It's very secure though. As I say, we'll maybe do a video on that on there. Okay, then this little stereo chassis thing just lifts out here, and there you go, we can get to the back of stuff. Okay, so all it seems we need to do is, we've got this cam in connector here, is that RCA connector? So and what I believe will happen is, as soon as it receives a live video feed, it will turn on. So we're going to find a way of testing that now. So we can adjust this a bit to how much we want. First time using this little stripper, but it should do all our work for us. So let's do that, and
that is pleasing.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a live test here. This is not recommended, but we are going to just get a power source straight off the battery here. Got my camera here. What Paddy's going to do, he's going to sit in there, turn the stereo on, and when I put wire to it, we should see that the camera comes through to the stereo.
Okay. All right, let's turn this on. Yep, we're on.
Okay, so we're just going to try and put that live feed on now. Let's see what happens. No?
Nothing? It says disconnected.
Just says disconnected?
Yeah.
No camera come on?
No.
So in our haste, we didn't spot this very obvious Okay, well, it gives us a clue that we might want to use this for our reverse camera. So I think all we've got to do is connect this trigger to that, and it should turn on. So let's see if that works.
Okay, ready?
Take 2.
Here we go. So, no,
Nothing.
still nothing.
What do we do?
So why is that not trigger?
Take 3.
Still nothing?
We had some action. We've got action.
You got a camera?
Intermittent action. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good. Good. Camera works. Camera definitely works. It can put out a video feed. Why though did it not switch when we told it was reversing?
Take 4.
Right, and go.
Action. Haha.
Is it on?
Yep.
Right. Okay, so we're going to have to run another wire. Okay, right. See what it is off anyway. Okay, let's rubber seal. I think. Take that out. Okay.
Ah, swimming pool.
That's interesting. Yeah, the geezer next door's got a Mark III CRV, and he opened his boot, and he found water in there, just as I have. So that is interesting. We'll deal with that later. Curious. Okay, so I've got here. So these clips here. Aha. Okay, so promising, because we have a wiring loom, and I think here is how we will get through. Maybe how we can get through that one with that grommet.
So we're going to take the bumper off.
Yes.
So we've got a bolt there, bolt there,
10mm bolts.
bolt there, and one behind the door, just there.
Right, so we have to take the bumper off. It can be a bit daunting doing this. We actually just found a few other screws here, and there's one last one that holds it on because it's come off here. And then we can pull this off. It tends to just have to do a little bit brutal with body work. It's just a set of clips. So you just let them give you the body work, and then when we come to pushing it back in, they just snap back in. Just the last few clips in here. Let go. A bit tricky with this funny CLB door thing. I think we have her enough to do what we need to do.
Okay, what were you doing?
So we're gonna drill a hole maybe about here.
Yeah.
I can get to the back of that. And I can get a screw onto the back of it. Nut and bolt on. All the packets. Oh, jeez.
The box opening experience.
I think we've got this little interesting nut. However, the washers clearly have to go on first, but we can get the nut on afterwards. That was the idea. Pretty sure, would that be my right way? That flat washer first, spring washer second. Makes sense, right? And then we feed this through the hole if it's big enough, which it ain't. Precision engineering there. And that's through. Da, 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 da. Ah,
Do you want a bigger drill bit?
I made a schoolboy error. That does need to go on, but to the side.
Nah. Fixed, sorted.
Looks
Turn it
neat
on.
there, doesn't it? We might have a few things left to do. Right. So the challenge of getting this nut on it and getting some tightness on it. This will be a tool time challenge, buddy. Completely unsighted. It's completely where I feel. I can't even find that gap in the bloody nut. Insulation tape.
So we just fed the wire through the rubber seal there. And now we're just going to tape it back up to factory standard.
Okay, so coming to part here where I'm going to wire in so the camera activates when the reverse light activates. So we've got our wires eventually through this little grommet here, and we're literally just going to splice into the back of this. You can see there that it's a green positive. Don't really know why there's two earths, perhaps because it's in series earth or something. Pretty sure that we can just connect to one of those blacks and the live to our green. Okay, so there we go. Just doing a little midway through test. So I've got stuff wired up now. It should now, when I go in reverse, turn the camera on. So let's see. I'm alright with that. Okay, so everything's back together and still working, which is good. But happy with our little camera installed. I think that's a good position. And if we go to the cabin, we just see here that, let me just squeeze through. As soon as we put it in reverse, switches straight to my reverse camera. There you go, good job. Now it looks like the camera is quite a low angle. I'll see how I go. That might be useful. I may see if there's a way I can adjust that slightly higher. But that's a successful job. So come back out of reverse. All good. So, as I said, this, although we did this on this 2 Series Honda CR-V, UK edition, hence the number plates at the bottom. I'm aware that in the US, you guys have to put a license plate, as you call it here. We have a registration plate here. And I've seen online that people have gone up through this way and then through the door. I think for me it was a little bit easier, debatable. Bear in mind, for any car you're going to have similar things that you need to do. Essentially find somewhere to mount said camera, and then find a way of getting stuff in. So what we had to do here was remove this piece of trim, the seal around the edge, and then we had to drop the bumper, and that really was just so I could get in behind and attach the screw and also route a wire through an existing grommet, because I don't want to drill a hole and have things leaking. Okay, and then all we did was take it, so we came through all, and you can see it's all nice, neat and tidy. There's no wires exposed down here, and it's listen trim. You find most cars that, although there's this trim, and it's not that hard to get something underneath the trim. And then I got that all wired up and through to the stereo, which was something I'd done before. So there it is. That's the job. Honda CR-V with reversing camera. Hope this has helped somebody. We'll be doing some more stuff on the CR-V. Let's go. I think next job's going to be a window tint at the back. I think we'll be doing some LED headlights and just bits and bobs to enjoy modernising this fantastic car. Get one if you haven't. This is so good, these things. Incredible 4-wheel drive capability. £1,000. Can't go wrong. Yeah, please like and subscribe, and catch you later. Keep them running.